So in addition to using low technology, there's also some things that have come out in the last several years, which is available to really anybody that Nick has figured out how to make useful for himself. And I think it's really invaluable for people to know about some of these tricks of the trade as well.
Well, first, I guess my phone. It's a smartphone of a certain brand. And so phones don't come with lanyards anymore. So I buy cases, first of all, they're kind of tacky. They're made from rubber or something. Just helps with the grip. And then I drill two small holes in the back and put a lanyard through it because this a lot of times is my lifeline. So first thing I do when I get up in the morning, I hang it on my chair. The last thing I do before I get into bed, I take it off and I actually have this laying on the bedside table where I can reach it. But the lanyard, great. In fact, it's not just for people with disabilities. My mom actually, she has my dad do this to her phone too because she sticks it in her pocket and then she can just grab the lanyard to pull it out. And then there's so much stuff that you can do with these things. I forgot to run my vacuum cleaner earlier, so I'm actually going to do that right now. I bought one of those robot vacuums. It's great. I named it Bernhard. And so yeah, just an app. I hit start, and it's vacuuming my apartment right now. I also do environmental controls. So the environmental controls I got was Control 4. I got them about, 3 years ago, and they were actually kind of insanely expensive. With Google Home and Apple Home, and I think Samsung probably has something. You do that a lot cheaper. And I don't have everything, but I do my door locks and my bedroom light and the ceiling fan in my bedroom and my thermostat, all from my phone. Because, for one thing, lying in bed, I can't get up to turn the light on or turn my ceiling fan on or something. So it's nice to be able to just do it on my phone. And then, the door locks, obviously, especially if you have, let's say, a CNA that comes in the morning, it's a new person. You don't have to sleep with your doors unlocked so that they can get in the morning, which is nice. You can just, hit the app on your phone and unlock the doors for them. So, technology has made things so much easier, and it's this is all run-of-the-mill stuff. This isn't specialized, accessibility equipment. This is just, it's out there.
Did you also tell me that you have you have the doorbell that can see?
I don't, just because, because I don't care. I generally know when people are coming. But another thing that I have, so my window blinds in my apartment, automatic window blinds are very, very expensive. So I found something, and we can link to it. I think it's Easy Wand. I think $75. It replaces the wand on your what are those Venetian blinds that turn, and it turns to open the blinds, and it's really easy. It comes with a 1980s style remote control. Like it's got a little antenna that you pull out, but it works great. I love that thing, and it's funny because again, $75, and people see it and they're like, they want it, and it wasn't made for people with disabilities. It was just for people that want to automatically open and close their blinds. All right, and something else that works in conjunction with the phone. First are Apple AirPods or other earbuds. These are great. I love these things. And again, I use my mouth for stuff. But the beauty of these is they are, you can be hands-free, and I'm not going to, I'll just put one in for now. But if I were to say, hey Siri, text mom, Never mind. Make sure it worked. I really want to text my mom. But that's the great thing with these. They're small. They're not uncomfortable.
You don't have to type your text in.
You don't have to type your text in. You don't have to, you can, and you can program these. So, like to answer a phone call or to, you can do different functions. You just tap it or double tap it. So, very, very easy to do. A little bit cumbersome sometimes to get them in and out, but you learn to do things and make do. And then something I picked up for myself about a week ago, I think 2 weeks ago, and I still haven't had to recharge it. Like the batteries last forever on these things. So they, obviously different brands. And I looked at a lot of the different brands, and I really preferred the controls on here. So these are Bluetooth. You put them on, and they automatically pair once you've paired them to a device. But on the sides, they have just a sensitive little click button for forward, backward for your music. The middle one is play or pause. And I put one of those little sticky silicone dot things on there just for a reference when I can feel it. And then this outer ring, it's grippy and it's spring loaded, but that's the volume. You just push it down one way or up the other way. And then on the other side, this whole area here is a telephone. So you either hold it down for a few seconds and you can activate either Alexa or your or Siri or whatever for your phone to make calls. Or if someone calls, you just press it and it answers the call. Not horribly expensive. I think like $130 on Amazon. But these are great. I've been using these great. They're noise canceling. I feel like I'm selling electronics here, but the controls are really easy to use. I've tried a couple of different, much more expensive ones, and the controls they're really hard to use. Or the one set that I didn't buy is because the controls are on the right side, and like I'm if I'm driving or something in my chair, like I don't want to have to stop to change song or turn the volume up. So I wanted something with the controls are on the left. So these things are great.
I think all those pieces that you just talked about are all things that I could buy for myself and find useful.
Yes. 90% of the things that I use probably are the same. It's just that's the way things are now. It keeps getting easier for us. One of the things I forgot to mention before is Apple Pay or Android Pay or Samsung Pay or whatever smartphone you use has been so much easier. Without having hand function, to get my debit card out and put it in the reader, then press the pin, and then pull the card back out, especially when all the readers are probably this high, not ideal height, because they're not designed for people that sit in wheelchairs. The Apple Pay or whatever has been a godsend. I just click a button. I have my card set up in there. I just hold the phone out, it beep, and I'm done. I don't have to mess with a receipt. They send it to my phone or email or whatever you predetermine. So every store that I go to that I'm not familiar with, I automatically, that's the first thing when I get to the cashier, like, do you have Apple Pay? And it's becoming more and more prevalent. And like I give them endless crap when they don't accept it, because I think everyone should. It makes life easier for everyone. Can I say
it? Yeah, sure.
Especially with technology, as society gets lazier, my life gets so much easier and so much cheaper. Just because things in the past that were, high dollar adaptations, for instance, my van. 10 years ago, an automatic door opener on a van was, $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 option that the mobility company had to install. Now, can you even buy a minivan without automatic doors? But it's cheap is the point, and so and almost everything in society is getting that way. That it's it's universal design, but mostly it's for people that are it's a convenience item, but it really makes a difference for someone with disability. So it doesn't always have to be a specialized adaptive equipment. A lot of stuff just off the shelf that anyone can buy works just as well.